Hello and welcome to this tutorial, which is tutorial 10 on how to turn decimals into fractions and percentages. So let's begin by looking at a decimal. Let's take the decimal number 0.32. Now the easiest one of these two is to first convert the decimal into the percentage. You might remember, if you watched the previous tutorial, how to get that to go from percentages to decimals. We divide by 100. So in order to go from a decimal to a percentage, we simply multiply this by 100. So we multiply this by 100 and this equals 32. Because remember, if we multiply by 100, it's like multiplying by 10 twice, and so the decimal jumps once, twice, making the number bigger. Okay, so multiplying by 100 keeps the units the same and makes the number bigger. Let's try another one. 0.05. Okay, let's turn this into a percentage. Oops, I should have added the percentage sign. So 0.05 times 100. This is going to equal, remember we moved the decimal place once, twice. This is going to equal 5%. Okay, let's try a couple more. Imagine if we had the decimal 0.125. Okay, remember we're going to times this by 100, and this is going to go once, twice. Okay, so this time it's going to end up there. So this will equal 12.5%. Okay, let's try an even different one again. Let's say, for example, we had a decimal that's actually got a whole part to it. Let's say 1.39. Okay, so if we have 1.39 and we want to convert it into a percentage, we're going to times it by 100. So remember, the decimal place is going to move once, twice, making the number bigger, and this is going to equal 139%. Okay, one more time. Let's go for 1.075. Okay, we want to convert 1.075 into a percentage, so we times it by 100, which means we multiply it by the decimal. We move the decimal place twice, so it's going to go once, twice, and we're going to end up with 107.5%. Okay, it's always important to take extra care when there's a zero there, because it's often confusing. Okay, right. Now we want to look at the other objective, which was how to convert decimals into percentages, but also into fractions. Okay, so we've got options for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the route where we convert it into the percentage first, because in the last episode we looked at how to convert percentages into fractions, so we can utilize that knowledge here. So let's say we've got 0.35. Okay, here is our decimal and we want to convert it into a fraction. So first, let's convert it into a percentage. So this is going to equal once, twice. This is going to equal 35%. Now, in the last video, we discussed how percentages change into fractions because a percentage is already a fraction. So 35% equals 35 out of 100. Okay, and now we've got this, we need to work on how to cancel this fraction down to get it in its simplest form. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll up. Let's look at 35 over 100. Right, the most obvious one, or maybe the only one, but I can see straight away that 35 and 100 are both in the 5 times table. So if I try to divide both of these by 5, that will give us a fraction that has the same value. So 35 divided by 5 is going to give us 7. And 100 divided by 5 is going to give us 20. So there we go. 0.35 equals 7 over 20. Okay, let's have a go at another one. So let's say we have got 0.12. Okay, so here we've got 0.12. So first of all, we're going to convert it into a percentage. So 0.12 times 100 equals 12. Okay, remember the decimal point moved once, twice, so over to the end. So there's a decimal place there, but we don't bother writing the decimal point if there's no decimals. So we have, it's now 12%. Now remember we can write 12% as a fraction. So 12 over 100. And now we just go about cancelling it down. So first of all, I can see both of these are even numbers, so I'm going to divide them both by 2. So half of 12 is 6, and half of 100 is 50. So I'll do that here. So we've divided them both by 2, so the fraction is still the same value. If you typed 6 divided by 50, it would still give you 0.12, as does 12 divided by 100, that also gives you 0.12. We could then halve these again, so we have 3 over 25. Now we're at 3 over 25, I don't think there's anything else that we can do, so we're going to leave it there. So therefore, we know that 0.12 equals 3 over 25. Okay. Remember, this line means divide, so if at any point in time you want to double check this on your calculator, or if you have your calculator, you can do that. You can just type in 3 divided by 25, and it will give you 0.12. Okay, because this is the same as this, they're just written in a different way. So remember, in this scenario, we know that 12% is the same as 0.12, is the same as 3 over 25. And depending on the question or the place that we find ourselves, we could use either one of these, and they'd all have a different purpose. So for example, if you wanted 12%, 12% is good for like reporting test results, but actually 3 over 25 is good for reporting a test result as well. 0.12 is a good way of using a calculation. If you want to find 12% of something, we're often going to use the decimal equivalent, and so that's something that's going to be useful too. But we'll find out about that in future sessions. So let's take an example where there is more than 2 decimal places. So how about we look at 0.375. Okay, so 0.375 times 100 tells us that this is 37.5%. Okay, so as a fraction, we know that this is 37.5 over 100. However, here we have a problem, because 37.5 over 100 is not a legitimate fraction. We are not allowed to have a decimal in a fraction, because we either have the decimal or we have the fraction. We don't have them both, they're not mixed. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to times both the top and the bottom of this by 10 again. So this equals 375 over 1000. Right, now we have the job of trying to simplify this. So, first things first, I can see that this ends in a 5, so I know that both of these are divisible by 5. However, I don't know what 375 divided by 5 is. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to pull out the bus stop method. So I'm going to first make a note that we're dividing both of these by 5. Oh, I missed off a 0 there. And now I'm going to look at 375 divided by 5. So 375 got to the bus stop first. So remember, they go underneath. The 5 is on the outside because we're dividing the 375 by 5. So let's have a look at how this goes. So first of all, I can see we're looking at 5s into 3. Now I know that 5s into 3 don't go, so I'm going to put a 0 up here, and now we're going to carry the 3, and we're going to look at 5s into 37. Right, 5s into 37 go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 40. So 40 is too big. We want 35. So that goes in 7 times. So here we go. I'm going to put a 7 here. Now if I think about 35, if I think about 37, take away 35, that leaves us with 2. So I'm going to put a 2 up here. Right, now we're looking at 5s into 25. So let's count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So there we go, 5. And that's it, that's perfect. So we know that 375 divided by 5 becomes 75. And 1000 divided by 5, well, I'm going to just let you know that that is 200. Okay, so we're part way there. Unfortunately, I can see that both 75 and 200 can still be simplified further. In fact, because 75 ends in a 5 and 200 ends in a 0, I know that they can both still be divided by 5. So let's pull out the bus stop method and have another go at this. So 75 divided by 5. Remember, 75 is the starting number, 5 is the divisor. So we go 5s into 7 goes once with a remainder of 2, which is 25 here. And then we go 5s into 25 is 15. So now we have 75 over 200 equals 15 over something else. Right, we need 200 divided by 5. So let's have a look at 200 divided by 5. So we have 200 divided by 5. So 5s into 2 don't go, but we have the remainder of 2, so we put that up there. 5s into 20 go in 4 times, with a remainder of nothing. 5s into 0 don't go. So here we go, we've now got 15 over 40. Okay, right, I think this next one is going to be our last one. So I know that 15 and 40 both divide by 5 because the 15 ends in a 5 and the 40 ends in a 0. So let's go down one last time and work out what these are. In fact, I don't need to pull out the bus stop method this time. I can do this myself. So we have 15 divided by 5 is 3. And we have 40 divided by 5 is 8. Great. So now we know that 0.375 is equal to 3 over 8. Excellent. So I hope that's been useful. Let's now take a look at some of the scenario questions over on Crack Maths. Okay, so here we are at crackmaths.co.uk, and what we're going to do is we're going to go scroll down from the home page to the All You Need to Know, and now we're going to look down these tutorials till we get to tutorial 10, which is how to turn decimals into fractions and percentages. Right, so here you'll see there's some practice questions to start off with. So these, you can do these if you want to develop your skill. And then the second set of questions, we've got the scenario ones. So let's have a look at question 1 and see if we can do what it needs us to do. Question 1 reads that in a class of 40 students, 0.75 of them are boys. What is this decimal as a fraction and a percentage? So I'm going to do it the other way around. I'm going to work it out as a percentage and then a fraction, but let's have a look. So 0.75 times 100 equals 75%. So remember, it's bounce, bounce. Okay, now 75% is the same as 75 over 100, because that is what percentage means. Percentage means out of 100. 75% is 75 out of 100. So we now have it as a percentage and a fraction. But when they usually ask you to do a fraction, they want you to find it in its simplest form. So let's see if we can cancel this down. Now, I know both 75 and 100 divide by 5. So in case you can't remember, I'm going to work out the 75 divided by 5 and see if we can get that. So 75 in the middle, 5 on the outside. So 5's into 7 go once, and then we do 7 take away 5. Well, 1 lot of 5, which is 2. And now I'm going to put the 2 up here. And now we're looking at 5's into 25, which is 15. So I know that 75 can simplify to 15. And I know that 100 divided by 5 is 20. So we now know that 75 over 100 is 15 over 20. And now we recognise we can simplify both of these again by dividing by 5 again. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we know that 0.75 equals 75%, and it also equals 3 over 4. Now you may have known that beforehand because 0.75 is one of the more recognisable fractions. But if not, this is how we work it out. Okay, so now remember, if you want to check your answers, you can scroll to the end and click next again. And here we go. If we look at the top, we can see the answers are here, and I can confirm that 0.75 was indeed 3/4, which was also 75%. Okay, so you might want to now have a look at Crack Maths and have a go at these questions on the site, do the scenario and the practice, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.